The little boy's voice trembled as he ran across the crowded charity ballroom, ignoring the security guards chasing behind him. He pointed directly at the millionaire's untouched slice of cake and shouted that someone had put something inside it. Guests gasped in disbelief. Some laughed, assuming the poorly dressed child wanted attention. Others demanded he be removed immediately. But exactly 2 hours later, the truth stunned everyone in the room, and the millionaire realized the smallest, quietest person had just saved far more than his life. If you believe kindness is stronger than wealth, honesty matters more than appearances, and everyone deserves a second chance. Please like this video, leave a meaningful comment, share it with someone who needs encouragement today, and subscribe to American Human Stories for more emotional stories that remind us what truly matters. Jacob Caldwell had spent 30 years building one of the country's largest construction companies. At 52, he was known as a brilliant businessman who transformed abandoned neighborhoods into thriving communities. His success had made him wealthy, but it had also made him cautious. Every handshake carried hidden motives. Every invitation required careful thought, and every new friendship seemed connected to money. Despite his fortune, Jacob remained deeply committed to supporting children's charities. Every spring, he hosted a fundraising luncheon where local businesses, volunteers, and struggling families gathered to raise money for education programs in community centers. Among the volunteers that year was 11-year-old Sam Bennett. Sam lived with his grandmother in a tiny apartment after losing both parents in a tragic highway accident several years earlier. Money was always scarce. His grandmother, Grandma Louise, cleaned offices during the day and sewed clothing in the afternoons to pay rent. Sam spent weekends helping at community events because he believed kindness always returned to those who gave it freely. He wore a simple second-hand shirt carefully repaired by his grandmother. While serving drinks and clearing empty plates, he noticed details that adults ignored because he quietly observed everything around him. During dessert preparations, Sam carried a tray of napkins past the kitchen entrance. He wasn't supposed to enter. Still, he accidentally witnessed something that made him stop walking. One of the temporary catering assistants glanced nervously around the room before opening a tiny packet and sprinkling fine white powder across a beautifully decorated slice of chocolate cake reserved for Jacob. The assistant quickly covered the cake with fresh decorations before anyone else looked in his direction. Sam didn't understand exactly what the powder was. He only knew people didn't secretly add mysterious ingredients when nobody was watching. He immediately searched for an adult. Unfortunately, everyone nearby dismissed his concerns. Some assumed he misunderstood. Others insisted professional caterers would never do such a thing. As the dessert presentation began, Jacob accepted the beautifully decorated cake. While photographers prepared to capture the ceremonial first bite, Sam's heart raced. He knew he couldn't stay silent. Ignoring frightened whispers from other volunteers, he ran toward the stage. Security guards reacted instantly. Before they reached him, Sam shouted that someone had put something inside the millionaire's cake. The ballroom froze. Many guests rolled their eyes. Several quietly criticized the aid organizers for allowing poor children near important donors. Jacob, however, noticed something unusual. Sam wasn't asking for money. He wasn't seeking attention. He looked genuinely terrified. Instead of dismissing him, Jacob calmly set the cake aside. He politely thanked Sam for speaking honestly and requested that the kitchen temporarily pause dessert service while everything was checked. Some influential guests complained about the interruption. Others accused Jacob of overreacting. The celebration eventually continued after replacement desserts were served. Laboratory testing could not be completed immediately because the sample needed professional analysis. Nearly everyone forgot about the incident within an hour. 2 hours later, authorities arrived with urgent findings. The mysterious white powder was not ordinary sugar. It contained a powerful medication capable of causing severe allergic reactions in individuals with Jacob's documented medical condition. While the amount alone might not have harmed every person, it could have triggered a life-threatening emergency specifically for him. Silence swept across the ballroom. The same people who had criticized Sam now stared at him with disbelief. Investigators soon discovered the temporary catering assistant had accepted money from someone hoping to frighten Jacob into abandoning an important business agreement. The intention had not been immediate violence, but creating a medical emergency severe enough to damage his reputation and force delays that would benefit dishonest competitors. Because one brave little boy refused to ignore what he saw, the entire plan collapsed. Jacob personally thanked Sam before speaking privately with his grandmother. During their conversation, he learned about the hardships the small family quietly faced every single day. They never asked for sympathy. They simply worked hard and hoped tomorrow might become a little brighter. Jacob recognized something extraordinary. Sam possessed the kind of courage impossible to teach. Many adults had ignored suspicious behavior because speaking up felt uncomfortable. An 11-year-old child had risked embarrassment to protect someone he had never met. Several weeks later, Jacob established a scholarship in Sam's parents' memory to support children who demonstrated exceptional honesty in community service. The first recipient, of course, was Sam himself. The scholarship covered his education through university and provided additional support for his grandmother so she could reduce her exhausting work schedule. Jacob didn't stop there. He expanded security training for all charity events, encouraging volunteers, staff members, and guests to report unusual situations without fear of ridicule. He often reminded his employees that wisdom sometimes arrived wearing worn-out shoes instead of expensive suits. Years passed. Sam excelled in school. Inspired by that unforgettable afternoon, he studied public health and food safety, determined to protect families from preventable harm. When he graduated with highest honors, Jacob proudly attended the ceremony. He watched the once shy little volunteer receive standing applause for his dedication and compassion. Afterward, reporters asked Jacob why he continued supporting Sam after so many years. He smiled warmly before answering. He explained that wealth could build buildings, create businesses, and purchase opportunities, but courage could save lives, and courage often appeared in the hearts of people the world overlooked. Before this story comes to an end, we'd love to hear from you. If you had witnessed something suspicious, would you have found the courage to speak up even if nobody believed you? Leave a meaningful comment below because your words may encourage someone else to always choose honesty over silence. As the warm afternoon sun filled the university courtyard, Jacob watched Sam embrace his proud grandmother while children from the newest scholarship program laughed nearby. He realized that the most important decision he had made that remarkable day wasn't refusing to eat a slice of cake. It was choosing to listen to a frightened little boy when everyone else ignored him. That simple choice transformed countless futures, proving that true greatness begins the moment we value truth above pride and compassion above appearances. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, leave a meaningful comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to American Human Stories so you never miss another emotional journey. Remember, never underestimate a kind heart or ignore a quiet voice, because sometimes the smallest act of courage becomes the greatest miracle in someone else's life.